Hello everybody, we're going to be continuing with our decimals. This is our last lesson for decimals. Lesson 16, I can solve word problems involving money. Let's start with all the money again. Okay, our first example tonight. Maria has $2, 3 dimes, and 4 pennies. Lisa has $1 and 5 quarters. How much money do the two girls have in all? So that is important to underline right there. In all. Okay. So I'm going to make a tape diagram. We're going to have one that is Maria and another one that's for Lisa. And for Maria here, we have this amount. And for Lisa, we don't have that much as amount as we have for Maria. So Maria has $2, 3 dimes, and 4 pennies. So I'm going to write $2. All right, 3 dimes. Remember, 1 dime is 10 cents. We have 3, so 10 times 3 is 30. So we have 30, but then we have 4 pennies, so $2.34. Now Lisa has something different. Lisa has $1 and 5 quarters. So this one we have to kind of work out. We know that 4 quarters is equal to $1. So if that's the case, we have 1 quarter left over. So 1 quarter is 25 cents. So this combined would be $1.25. But don't forget her other dollar. So if we added up $1 plus $1.25, we're going to get $2.25. But the question is, how much do the two girls have in all? So we need to combine both amounts and make sure we're lining up our decimal points. $2.34 plus $2.25 gives us 9.59 cents. So both girls have a total of $4.59. Okay, Joe has 5 dimes and 4 pennies. Jamal has $2, 4 dimes, and 5 pennies. Jimmy has $6 and 4 dimes. They want to put their money together to buy a book that costs $10. Do they have enough? If not, how much more do they need? Wow, it's a lot of steps in this one. This is a big one, guys. So I'm going to start off again with writing out all my characters in this word problem and their amounts. Okay, so we got a group of guys here, Joe, Jamal, and Jimmy. And Joe has 5 dimes and 4 pennies, which is really equal to 5 dimes is 50 cents. So we have no dollars here, but we have 54 cents. Then we have Jamal, who's got $2, 4 dimes, and 5 pennies. So 4 dimes is 40 cents, and then 5 pennies. And then we have Jimmy, who's got $6 and 4 dimes. So 4 dimes is 40 cents. All right? And they want to be able to put all of their money all together to buy a book that costs $10. So what we have to do is first add up all their money. So I'm going to put $6.40 because that's the biggest amount. And I'm going to make sure that my decimals are lined up. That's very important. All right, now I do 9, do 13, 7. They have $9.39 all together. So to answer this question, do they have enough? No, they don't. But another part of this question is how much more money do they need? So if the book costs $10 and this is the only amount they have, we need to see how much more do they need to get to $10. So that, my friends, is subtraction. So $10 Make sure our decimals are going to be lined up. Remember, when we're adding and subtracting, we always line up our decimal points. $9.39. Okay, this is like one of those slashing zeros here. Got to go all the way to the tens over here, and this becomes, so this one right here, this is all just a 9, so this is no dollars left. This becomes a 9, this becomes a 10, so we have 1. And so we've got, so they need 61 more cents in order to get to that, buy that book for $10. A lot of steps here, guys. But what helps is drawing out pictures and modeling it that way. Figure out what each person's money is equal to. If you figure out what each person is equal to, then it's going to be much fairer to break down the problem. And we had to add everything up, and then we had to subtract. So there was a lot going on in this problem. All right, Carlos has $8.48. Alyssa has $4.14. How much money does Carlos need to give Alyssa so that each of them has the same amount of money? Oh, boy. All right, so, again, we've got a lot going on in this one, too. So Carlos has this amount. Alyssa has this amount. But they want to be able to give, they want to be able to each have the same amount, because there's that each of them have the same amount. So if we're going to look for that word, that's a very important word here, each, we're going to be doing some kind of division also. So let's break this up here. So let's figure this out, how to solve this problem. So let's do Carlos. Let's set it up. And Carlos has $8.48. And Alyssa, she doesn't have that as much as he does. She's got $4.14. So now the question is, Carlos needs to give Alyssa so that each of them have the same amount of money. So I'm not going to be taking half of his money. He wants to know how much more can Alyssa get so they have the same amount. So how much more can we put on to Alyssa so we can have the same amount together? Well, so what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to subtract $8.48 and $4.14. So we get $4.34. So if we take this and we want to be able to each of them means if we're going to split it in half, that means we're going to be dividing by 2. So $4.34. So 2 goes into 4 twice. 2 times 2 is 4. Bring down. Okay, 2 goes into 3 once. 1 times 2 is 2. Bring down your 4. So now you have 14. 2 goes into 14 7 times with a 0 remainder. So I'm going to bring up my decimal point. So we have $2.17. So each person is going to need to have $2.17. So that's how much Carlos is going to have to do. So Carlos is going to have to, a way to check this is he's going to have to subtract $2.17 and from his amount of money to see how much Alyssa needs. So let's see, 15, 5, 6, okay, and this is $6.65 is how much he will have. That's what Carlos will have. Now Alyssa, she started off with $4.14, and if Carlos gives the $2.17 to Alyssa, add these up, we got 11, 3. Now, guys, I don't know what I did here. I messed up on my subtract. I wasn't subtracting. I was adding here. What was I doing? Because I'm taking away this amount. I apologize. So let's do that again. That's 1, 3, 6. $6.31. Much better. Okay. $4. So 4, 11, 2, 3, and then 6. So each one will have $6.31 each if Carlos gives her $2.17 and he takes away $2.17 from him. So that is how we're going to get the same amount of money for Alyssa and Carlos. Come to the math side. We have pi. And pi, my friends, just means 3.14. You will learn that later on in mathematics. First one. David's mother told him that he could keep all the money he finds under the sofa cushions in their house. David finds 6 quarters, 4 dimes, and 26 pennies. How much money does David find all together? So you might want to draw this out, use some tape diagrams to help you out to figure out the total amount of money he finds. Last one. Mealing needs $5.35 to buy a ticket to a show. In her wallet, she finds $2 bills, 11 dimes, and 5 pennies. How much more money does Mealing need to buy the ticket? So when we hear that key phrase, how much more, that's telling you what operation to use. Strong, the math force is in this one. Great job today, guys. Keep up the great work. We are officially finished with the decimal unit. Way to go. You too, Yoda. Why, thank you.